Hey, hey, hey! Hello, everybody. Let's just hope this camera works today. Uh, everything's been taxed as anything today, as always, but here we go. And you're just about to get feedback because my tablet has been a bit of a pain. Hold on. Oh, there we are. Right, okay. Hopefully you can all see me now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Streamstructor, the 10th Streamstructor. I know it's really strange and shocking and horrible. And hopefully not as technically dropping out all over the place like it has been. There's 6 of you watching at the moment. This is so exciting. Thank you for this. I know that one of them may very well be Mr. Cool, because Fraser, I'm afraid, isn't with us today. He is proudly doing his, what do you call it again? I forgot now. His trailer for Origins. What was it called? Sizzle reel. That's what it is. He's doing the sizzle reel filming today. Some of the scenes today. So I don't believe Fraser will be with us today. However, I do have with me Arthur. How are you doing, sir?
I'm not bad. Thank you for having me. And how are you today?
I'm all right, thank you. And it sounds like you are actually coming through as well. I'm sure our usuals will let us know. I do have Robert and Lynn with us today. So hi guys, how you doing? Hopefully you've had a good month. Sorry, what were you saying, Arthur? Didn't hear you there.
Good to see everybody's in the chat.
Yes, it is. Nice day for it as well. It's a nice day for it now, anyway. Now I sound a bit more echoey because I've taken my headset away. I'm using my headphones just to make sure there's limited feedback, but I've taken the headset away because it was causing me problems. Yay! You can hear everybody. Thank you, Lynn. That makes a lot of difference. That really does. Now I don't know how many of you are in Glasgow. I know Arthur is down in Ayr. I'm in East Kilbride, but obviously at the moment visiting people's houses and things like that is not the done thing. The plan was to have a Streamstructor at either Jamie's or Fraser's, but considering they both live in the Glasgow area, that's not going to happen. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But how are you doing this month anyway, Arthur?
A bit better than the last little while. Everything's kind of normalised in a way down here in Ayr. Still get your crazies not wearing masks and stuff, but other than that, it's been a good time. What about yourself? How's it been up in East Kilbride?
East Kilbride has been normal as always. The Lanarkshire, I believe, is on the cusp of being locked down, the same as Glasgow and East Renfrewshire at the moment. But apart from that, no, it's not been too bad this month. I'm now happy because I've now got 2 weeks to indulge in YouTubing because I've got 2 weeks off. So I'm now in this period where I've got 2 weeks to do a lot of stuff. And hopefully tomorrow I will pick up a hire car for a week and I'm off filming all these different locations across the country. And I'll talk a bit more about that later on. Yeah, a bit disappointed because I was going to meet up with, I was going to go to my sister's this week coming, but because she lives in Glasgow, I can't actually go to her place, so we're going to meet up elsewhere, which is a bit of a pain, but not much we can do about it. Now, Lynn, I believe, is in Glasgow. I don't know where Robert is. I don't know if he's based in Glasgow, whether he's further afield, but I know Lynn might be having a bit of a problem. How are you? Leave a comment on how you're getting on there, Lynn, because obviously. As you may not know, basically last Tuesday, Glasgow, Western Bartonshire and East Renfrewshire were put into house visiting lockdown, so you couldn't visit other people's houses because there was a spike in coronavirus cases. So Robert's in Lanarkshire, that's fine, yeah. I wasn't sure, Robert, where you were, whether you were further east or whether you were in my part of the world or not. I wasn't sure. So yeah, there's a bit of limitations in visiting. Although Lynn was a cheeky one, she was in East Kilbride about a week and a half ago with me visiting a friend, and she didn't come and say hello. How dare you, Mrs.? How dare you? After all the support you give me and everything else, I thought you'd give me further support. How dare you?
Sometimes that happens. It's just we get lost in time when we meet our old friends and things happen. So, what can we do?
Yeah, what can we do? Don't you do a crying emoji, laughing emoji to me, Mrs. You were a mile away from me and you didn't bother to come and say hello. Typical. You live in Rutherglen, so you're just on the edge. I see. Okay, good old Rutherglen. I don't know if it's... Well, it's definitely old.
Good choice. That explains a lot.
Yes.
That's a fair excuse. Bond movies are worth ignoring people for.
Too busy watching Bond films. Yeah. What ones did you watch, Lynn? Because that's a question for you, Arthur. What is your favourite Bond movie?
Oh, I was of the generation of Die Another Day. So.
Right. Okay. So was I, but I still prefer some of the earlier ones.
Oh yeah, I was about to say some good old Scotsman's in there, of course. He's a very good actor, Sean Connery. So I'd have to say, yeah, I'd go with a couple of them. Trying to think of their names right now is Murder, because I'm only just up, so I'm not going to lie. I was on night shift last night. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise you were night shift.
No, don't be daft. My brain's still a wee scattered, so basically any Sean Connery Bond movie, stick it on and I'll be glued to it.
Well, that's the thing with Bond. He's supposed to be this English suave spy, but only 2 actors have actually played him who are English.
Exactly, yeah.
Because Sean Connery was a Scot.
Yep.
Obviously, George Lazenby was Australian. Roger Moore, of course, is English. Timothy Dalton's Welsh.
Pierce Brosnan
is Irish.
Yep.
So really, Daniel Craig and Roger Moore are the only 2, and they're the ones that are the blondest. Go figure. Yep. So yeah, an interesting thing. Still waiting to see what Lynn's what Bond movie she saw with her friend when she was over. Be interesting to see what you're having. But yeah, I prefer the older movies. I mean, Her Majesty's Secret Service is a gem. A lot of people don't really rate it, but I quite like it.
That's one of Lynn's movies, Her Majesty's Secret Service, Diamonds Are Forever, and Live and Let Die.
Oh, well, she's that's fine. Then she's gone in a kind of order. So she went from the best of the peak Connery to On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the worst Connery, and then the strangest of the Roger Moores. That's a dark one, Live and Let Die. It's a really dark one.
Ah, they're doing a marathon. Nice.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So the new one will be coming out soon, won't it?
Yeah, No Time to Die. Is it November? I think it is. It's coming out.
That's aye.
Yeah.
So, with lockdown kind of might work in time with visiting folk in the time gap, so you could get the marathon done just as the movie comes out.
I think that's the plan. It's just like me trying to do a Doctor Who marathon for a major anniversary. I can do it. Other people I know can't do it, and they've tried 3 times, and they still can't do it. But it's the same idea. Speaking of Doctor Who, as you can see in the background, I've got all the images up, which gives you all a kind of spoiler of what I'm recording after this live stream. Got a couple of Doctor Who reviews to do. First one will be for later this month, because I'm actually slightly behind with this gentleman here, Mr. Patrick Troughton. So that will be my recording schedule after this. But I hope the next hour and a half goes swimmingly without many technical issues. There doesn't seem to be anything at the moment. Secret Service, good story but terrible Bond. Okay, I don't know what to say about that one, Arthur.
Speechless. But that's the thing with movies. Everybody has their own opinions, and no opinion is ever right. So that's why we're all entitled to our own opinions.
Yeah. When's the new Ghostbusters out? Is it next year? Is it?
It's been pushed back to next year. I think I want to say March. The way things are looking right now, but you never know what's going to happen. Bill and Ted's been released online for streaming services in America, so who knows?
It's actually going in cinemas, I believe. Here, it's later this month.
Is it?
So that'll be my first visit to the cinema since lockdown.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting experience when I do that after lockdown. How many seats apart are we going to have to sit?
I don't know, but Lynn's been to a movie recently, so she'll be able to tell us experience up at the Cineworld in Glasgow. Because I remember seeing some bits and pieces from Lynn. Some images she put on her feed, So
yeah. But going to the cinema by myself, it's never really that much fun, to be honest. It's nice when you get like 2 or 3 friends and you know you're going to go enjoy the movie. You can just sit there, watch, and then have a laugh afterwards. Doing it by yourself, it's like in, out, home, done.
So I'm a creature of routine, though, so I'll go do things in habit, like taking all my steps and doing all my steps and things like that. I'm a creature of habit doing that, so it's a bit weird for me. So I'll happily go and do the stuff and go to the cinema and watch a couple of movies myself every month. But there's other people who do like going with friends, and obviously I've got the unlimited card from Cineworld, so I've had that for a few years, so obviously that always helps.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I did the Odeon one for 2 years, And before that, I was binging the movie, so I would go, say, 10 o'clock screening, then there would be another one at like 12 o'clock, not the same movie, obviously, and then you would hit like 7 o'clock, you would go get your lunch and your dinner in between that, and 3 movies in one night. That was quite a lot, but it was always something to do to pass the time.
I've only done it, I believe I've only done it twice, 3 movies at the one time. I've done it as The Hobbit, and to be fair, that sort of movie, it's better to see it quick succession. There's a lot of plot lines in it. It's the same with Lord of the Rings. When I watch Lord of the Rings, I'll tend to see them rather quick succession. It wasn't 3 movies within 9 hours like it was with The Hobbit, but it's a good way of seeing those sort of movies. I've not done the extended versions and director's cut yet. That'll be interesting when that happens, if it happens.
Yeah. Especially with those kind of movies that have like a big 1.5 to 2 year time gap between them. It's like, do I have to go buy the DVD to refresh before I go and see the new movie? Whereas if they do a marathon, it gives you the chance to kind of enjoy it as a continuous sequence.
It does, and I think I might go back and do that with the 3 new Star Wars movies just to get my head in. I managed to watch them all in the cinema as they came out, but I think it would make a little... Is it less sense or more sense? Because there's split opinion over the Star Wars, but it'll make a bit more sense to see them a bit more quick succession, and Disney Plus can do that.
That's that, exactly.
Speaking of Disney Plus, are anybody going to be buying Mulan coming out, or are you going to wait to December when it becomes available to everybody? Because that's the plan, you know.
It's best to book online, 2 or 3 seats between each person, and group face mask to be worn unless you're eating or drinking. Thank you, Len. That's actually really good. Measurements are taken, especially with I was fearing that the number of seats was going to just be like 1, but up to 3 seats between each person. That's good. Definitely. Mulan, probably December. I watch a few news reporters, or whatever you want to call them, on YouTube. Whether you want to call them drama enthusiasts or not, and they've been reporting the hate that's come out from Mulan, so I'll wait until it comes December time.
I mean, that's the thing with some of these new ones that they've been doing with Disney and going back to the old classics. Some of them do have a bit of a they're okay or they're not. I've not seen the remake of Lady and the Tramp, although I hear it's not too bad. Dumbo, I don't know, I wasn't in the mood for it. I've seen it again since, but when I saw it in the cinema, I wasn't quite in the mood of it. Maybe because I was watching the Odeon Musical Bride, I don't know, but not the Cineworld. But it didn't catch me the first time. Second time, it's fine. The Jungle Book, I just can't get out of my head Christopher Walken is King Louis, and it actually looks like they've rotoscoped his face on it. It's odd.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mind bender, should we say, when I seen that, and I'm like, have they done that deliberately, or is it just my mind playing tricks because I can hear the voice and now I can see the face?
Oh, good, it wasn't just me then. That's fine. I was worried for a second it was just me, but no, it sounds like I'm not alone in that. Intriguing. But yeah, Cinderella I haven't seen yet. What was the other one I saw more recently? The Lion King's not bad. It's a bit disingenuous at times. Lynn's saying, no, I'm waiting as why should we pay for it when they didn't ask you to do it for other films? They put that where they're meant to be in the cinema. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I probably will wait to December as well. To be fair, I'm trying to get through The Last Kingdom and Netflix at the moment, so probably that's the back get through all the classic animated Disney movies. So I've got to get them sorted first before I go any further.
Yeah.
101 Dalmatians is still the next one to do. I haven't done it for about a month. It's terrible. Too busy concentrating on things like this. This is what it is. But I get a chance the next couple of weeks to do that sort of thing. Anyway, speaking of running orders and talking about things, this is what we have got coming up today. The vlogs go into what I call the wilderness years. Very bitty, very odd. This is the first one. Talk about resolutions, because obviously resolutions have been I've had a great resolution happen with the 200 subscribers this year, so I thought I'd go back and see what I was trying to do in 2011. Kidstructor, first time we've got Kidstructor and Streamstructor since June. We've got Thunderbirds, my Kidstructor of Thunderbirds, and then a Doctor Who review of The Green Death. back in 2017. So that's your lineup for your videos today on everything for this channel. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, oh, there we are. I knew a picture was somewhere. I clicked the wrong one, Arthur, but there we are. Got you now.
Oh, that's fine.
So Lynn has liked all the live action films so far. Well, each their own. I understand that. But I would, of what I understand, I'd rather see the original Cinderella animation version than the Lily James version, the live action, just for Gus. Just for Gus. I think it's I think that's one of the best little side characters they do. Yeah, sorry, my brain's kind of gone completely hell for leather here. There's 6 of us watching. 6 of you watching. This is exciting. That's fair. Crying, laughing face again. Cool. Right. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I think I need a mental break before we go on here, so we'll play the first of the videos. You like the live action Beauty and the Beast, Robert? Actually, that's the one I was missing. It was okay. Emma Watson knocked it out of the park, but it was it was a bit weird having Ewan McGregor in there as Gaston, as the candelabra. And
Yeah. But,
it's obvious. Sorry, go on.
No, it was just as you were saying. It was a bit weird having a non-French man do a French impression for the candelabra, but yeah.
Yeah.
I will admit, I did go into the cinema and see it, and I was one of the people singing along to be our guest.
But don't get me wrong. When they do the songs, they're usually okay, apart from Christopher Walken's "I Want to Be Like You," but
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, before I run out of steam 100%, we'll get on with the first video of the day. This is vlog 11 for all the way back in 2011, as the title says, my New Year's resolution vlog. So here we go. And if you just joined me, this is Streamstructor, and here is the first of the archive videos today, vlog 11. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to Blog 11. First of, hopefully, a regular monthly blog that I'm going to be doing right about the same time of the month. I'll tell more about that in a second. So 2011, just another year basically, but there's a few things that I am going to do in this blog, and I've got a tie-up, a follow-up that I'll discuss in a minute. Subject for this blog, New Year's resolutions. The old chestnut that people don't seem to keep. And I haven't kept New Year's resolutions or even made them for the past few years. This year, I'm going to make 10. 10! I know, but it's an interesting thing because they're all different things that I want to do, or have to do, that will make my life better. So I'm going to go through a few of them. I'm not going to go through all 10 of them, but I'll give you details at the end if you're interested to find out more about the resolutions I want to do. I've now set up a new blog, and I'll give you the address at the end of the blog. The vlog. This should now be a vlog, not a blog. It's a vlog. So it's vlog 11, not blog 11. It's vlog 11. Video log, because I now have a written blog online as well. So it's going to try and confuse me a little bit. But here we go. I've got my notes here. Resolution number 1 I'm going to go for first, lose weight. Now, I know it doesn't look like I need to lose much weight, but I do need to lose about a stone, at least. Put it this way, I like snacking, and it's not healthy stuff I snack on. It tends to be pizzas. Well, I work for Pizza Hut, so of course it's going to be pizzas. The Golden Arches, I'm not going to say the name, because I don't work for them. And basically general foodstuffs and cakes. My car has been the casualty of all my foodstuffs because I tend to buy stuff before I start deliveries for work, and then I munch during travels between different places for deliveries. And my car is was the site of loads of food wrappers. It's now been cleaned out. It needs a vacuum, it needs a wash, but it's been cleaned out. So all the food wrappings and that are no longer there. I aim to keep that as clean as possible, but that's not one of my resolutions. But hopefully losing weight aspect and cutting out all the snacks will help that. I was about stone heavier at one point. So I'm about mid between what I'd like to be and what I was, but I'd like to lose another stone anyway just to cover that and just feel a bit better, because I'm not getting any older. My metabolism is slowing down a little bit. Number 2, take up a sport and play regularly. Now, if you may know, I used to play darts. That is seen as a sport, but I wouldn't class it as a proper sport, because all you're doing is using your forearm in that motion or in that motion. Basically. So that's, I'd rather do something different. So badminton I'm thinking of, but the thing with badminton is you need a partner. But there's a few people at my work who like playing badminton. I'm going to see if we can get something regular going there. Even once a fortnight. Just regularly play a sport. Preferably like badminton. Vlog once a month, or rather vlog once a month. As I mentioned earlier on, I want to vlog at least once a month. Get some regularity in there by making it round about the same time every month that I actually post something up. It's just because I've been on YouTube for 3 years, nearly 4 years, and I've already done 10 proper face-to-face, piece-to-camera, me personal life blogs. I've done the election stuff, and I've still got to finish that off. I keep meaning to do that. That's probably one of the things I'll need to do as part of this video setup. But, it's just one of these things that I want to do and start getting a record of my life in different mediums. Because memories all up here don't quite work. Number 4, I'll miss out. You can see that on my written blog. Number 5, I'll miss out. Number 6, go to the cinema at least twice a month. Now, I want to go to the cinema. I'm quite happy to go to the cinema, but the thing is, it's expensive. It's expensive, so it's just trying to find a way of making it easier to go to the cinema without costing too much. And I found the unlimited card. There's only one chain that does it up here, and I'm going to get the unlimited card for them. And effectively, it means within 2-3 films, you effectively paid for that unlimited card. $13.50. Can't complain at that. That's really good value, and I really want to start doing that. So I'll say twice a month, but it may be 3 times. But I really do want to go see films, and the only thing is I really need to try and make sure I bring something with me, something healthy, because the food temptation in the cinema foyer is horrible, especially when I'm trying to lose a bit of weight. Do a filming project. Resolution number 9. I've missed the other 2 because I'll explain in more detail. They're not as interesting. Do a filming project. Now, I'll appeal out here now. It could be something where I'm involved in a production level of somebody else's project. Locally, probably preferable. There's a couple of local places that might want to utilise me. Maybe not. But most likely it's going to be a personal project that I'm going to be doing myself. It's not going to be till later in the year, because the item I want to do the project on isn't going to be complete until then. I am thinking of doing a Scottish Parliament election stuff round about April, May, but I wouldn't call that a filming project. I just call that a normal blog feast account. I'm talking about a proper project where I properly film, I properly plan it, I properly write it, I properly visit places, I do interviews, and make it a proper series. And that's what I'm talking about, a proper filming project for me. Also, being involved with short films with other people, that'd be great. And finally, number 10, give blood. Never done it. 27, should have really done it by now. I don't even know what my blood group is. I've never been in hospital for blood transfusion or had any major incidents to incur me needing blood. So I don't even know what my blood group is. So it's just something I want to do, and it's probably the easiest resolution I can do. I could probably do it next week. There's a centre in the city centre. You can just pop in, possibly, I think you may make an appointment, but whatever, and give blood. And that's what I want to do. So that's me. thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next month. Oh, by the way, there we are. Your address is down there. That's the address to go to if you want to read my written blog. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Oh my, how embarrassing is that? And I feel I seem to be bugged up with the cold as well. Either that or my voice has changed a lot. Ooh, right, okay. Wasn't quite expecting it to be that bad. But
very rarely are things we do in the past look good to the future.
That's very true. In regards to a special filming project sort of idea, I still haven't fully realised that, although obviously I suppose you can count the reaction series, this, everything else I'm doing now as fulfilling that to an extent. Yeah. Losing weight, I won't say much about that, but yeah, it was a good year for that. Cinema, I did manage to keep it going for most of the year, but I'm giving too many spoilers because the rest of the vlog's going to cover that, so I'll leave that till next time. But yeah, how many did you actually get done? Well, one of them I did, and said it was the easy one, and I did do it, and it was interesting finding out what my blood type was. But I'll leave that until next time, because next couple of videos, next couple of Streamstructors, or you can just check out the playlist by going to the vlogs playlist. I'll leave a link up there. I still can't get the point right after all those time. I'll leave a link up there when the video goes back for playback. So all the vlogs so you can catch up. But yeah, interesting. These are the ones, as I say, are the wilderness years. These are the ones where it's kind of not much done, and I try to do monthly, and I do it for a few months, so you will see a few of my monthly ones. Next one's kind of an update on the resolutions, really. But yeah, it's an interesting period, and then it kind of goes a bit quiet after these vlogs kind of stop at the end of 2011 for 4 years, and then they come back with vigour. Speaking of vlogs, the first one in 4 months comes back next week. Yeah, there was a bit of visual bullying going on because I got the middle finger sent to me in part of the video.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think you may. Oops. You okay, Arthur? Sorry.
Yeah, I just kicked something. Don't worry, it's fine.
Oh, you just kicked something. Okay. I thought maybe you were just kicking the bucket there after listening to me droning on for 5 minutes. But there we are.
That's my work has been making me, or trying to make me kick the bucket for like 10 years. So don't worry. That's nothing compared to what they put me through.
I'm glad you said that than anybody else. But
I have to, because I won't mention the name I have in previous live streams who I work for. Mm-hmm. But if I say anything more than that, I could probably get pulled up for some, like, I don't know what you call it, but yeah, I can't remember the word now. Oh, it's gonna kill me now. It's like bad mouthing the company, basically.
Shall I just give a clue saying that Lark Hall doesn't like their colour scheme? Is that enough?
Yeah, that would work. Or we're the enemy of the UK Walmart. That one works. They all work.
That one works. Yeah, that's all. That's all I'll say about that. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the ones I mentioned there I did do. Some of them I haven't. You can check out, as I say, the playlist for the vlogs. I'll leave a link once we're finished and this uploads. And obviously you can see it going forward as well. But yeah, it was an interesting thing. But yeah, back to the vlogs itself. I decided to do something kind of similar to what I was doing at this period of time in 2011, of just like, here's what I'm happening in the past month. This is what I've been doing. So there's a bit of gabbing, walking and talking. There's a bit of behind the scenes with the Kidstructors that we recorded in July, which you guys can see next week. There's also a conversation with me and Fraser going down a railway line between Scotstoun and Partick, which is quite interesting, where the visual buoying comes into play.
Yeah.
And you know, Fraser, you know what I mean by that, but there we are.
We shall leave it there. Yes.
Yes, we shall leave it there. So yeah, vlogs are coming back, and as it stands, tomorrow will be the first time I've actually vlogged anywhere castle-wise since bank holiday last year, the August bank holiday last year, when I was at Glasgow Cathedral. I know it's not a castle, but it's a historical site as such. And Summerlee is like a museum more than anything else. I wouldn't class that as an old-fashioned medieval thing. But I filmed Craig Miller Castle back in July 2018, and most of the outside stuff, there was horrible wind noise. So I'm going back there to revisit it, and it's been quite an interesting experience trying to book entry for these things, because the ticketing at the moment, online ticketing, obviously under the circumstances.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be able to complete Craig Miller Castle. Unfortunately, Dalton Castle, which is the other one I filmed with a bit of wind noise on the outside bits, isn't open while I'm off. It opens just afterwards, which is a bit of a bummer. But so I can't complete that one. However, I am going to go and get my coconuts out, and that's not a euphemism. It's a castle up in Stirlingshire. I don't know if anybody knows what I mean by that. Do you know what I mean by that, Arthur?
I don't, but it just reminds me of Monty Python.
That's exactly what it is. It's Monty Python related.
Oh well, there we go.
They won't. Apparently, they won't have the audio guides available for people to use, so I won't be able to hear Jamie from Outlander's dulcet tones and the re-recorded. I think it's a bit of a shame. They should have really kept Terry Jones's stuff, since obviously he's now passed away as well. So he used to do the audio commentary at that place. I'm also off to Dunblane Cathedral. And then I'm in the Borders for a day, and then I'm off to Alnwick on the Friday coming up. So, yeah, quite a bit of recording going on. Hopefully I'll have 7 or 8 vlogs ready and banked to go ahead with. That will keep me going until I get the next chance to go out and do some castle and vlogging early next year, fingers crossed. So, yeah, finally we get back to a normal routine, as I mentioned in the channel update last week. So yeah, and then we've got the Kidstructor stuff. Now we've recorded 8, as I said last month. Recorded 6, as I said last month, and a special Patreon related one, which you guys will see more of as we go along. Plans to have another Kidstructor month in January, because that's usually my quiet month anyway. So I'm going to have a Kidstructor month in January, so we'll get a few of them there. I'm still to finish the Hubbub one, what Jamie suggested in the February lot, so that's the one coming up this month. And then I've got a recording from Raptamon 132, which I did last week. Now Raptamon is a regular contributor to the Kidstructors and making comments, and I spent a lovely 2.5 hours with him last Sunday. You probably were on night shift, which is why I did invite, but obviously you couldn't reply.
Yeah, I got the messages and I thought it would be nice, but obviously I was working, so I didn't get up too much later on Sunday. I was wishing you all the best in my thoughts.
No, thank you, Arthur. I understand, obviously, when you've got night shifts, it's not the sort of thing you want to be doing, is getting up at 10 in the morning to speak to an Australian who's, you know...
Fun, though, in a way.
It would have been fun. It was interesting doing it, and we have done the recording, and I think it's quite an interesting recording. When we did the one, because just the nature of how it all worked out, and and of course the laptop was causing problems, having audio issues, typical, always the way. So we managed to get one, but we had a nice 2.5 hour conversation with Raptamon 132, and it was really, really cool. And I'm looking forward to you guys seeing that very first international Kidstructor, which will be in December. It's effectively my Christmas special this year.
So Fraser did make it on then, yeah?
No, he didn't. He didn't make it. He went to his friends in Falkirk, and he was still there on the Sunday morning, so he wasn't back in time. So he didn't make it.
After all those messages of yeah, well, I'd love to do it. Awesome, I'll be there. And we could just rip it out of him because he's not here right now.
It's all right. He'll come back with a vengeance next month, and you guys have got to be kind for me because it's my birthday the next day next month. But that's not the point. Good evening, Anne. How are you doing? Good to see you back on again. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us once more.
I did a mass share of your streams, so.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah, on Facebook and that, so everybody knew.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, of course.
No, it's good to hear. Sorry, I'll talk about Anne. It's good you shared as well, but I'm saying that's good to hear, Anne. Yeah, sorry.
You hurt me, man. You hurt me. But we will let that pass.
You shall not pass. You shall not pass. Yes. Speaking of Lord of the Rings again, there we go. I don't think me and McKellen impression's up to much, but there we are. Oh, it's good to have other people back in again. Thank you, Anne, for joining me once again. You've not missed too much. As you can probably see from the chat thing, we were talking about Bond earlier on, about Bond movies and things like that, because I kind of dragged Lynn through the mud a little bit for coming to East Kilbride to seeing a friend and not coming to say hello to me. Don't mind. I honestly don't mind. But
I miss the owls.
Yeah, you spent time with the owls yesterday. Oh, brilliant. Now, I take it you're in the same situation as I am in reenactment. You've not really had a chance to get out there and do anything anywhere because obviously restrictions with regards to events in public and things like that. I heard somebody, I don't know if it was you, but somebody was going out and doing Harsh, are you not the main drawer in EK? I thought I was the main drawer in EK until Lynn decided to completely dinghy me. But but yeah, no, with the owls. So I don't know if it's an exhibition thing or whether you can get public at the moment or whether it's a bit of a difficult thing. They're doing some events, but you're not involved. Oh, I see. Right. Now, where are you based? Because I know there's one up in Cumbernauld. I know you were seeing Carl. I'm only winding you up, Lynn. Come on. Right. See if Fraser was here right now. A certain device would have been tried to be set an alarm for. I'm not even going to go down that route, but there we are.
Oh, but with no Fraser, then it falls to me. So, hey Alexa, set alarm 2 a.m.
You could have been more creative than 2 a.m. You could have been 4 p.m. or something like that.
That's off. No.
That's off. Yeah. She's learned a lesson. Absolutely.
Okay, do you have an Android device? Okay, Google, set alarm for 2 seconds.
I don't know if that works.
Making it up.
Hey Siri, turn Lynn's phone off. The owls are based in Ayrshire. They're doing static displays for some holds and largs at weekends. They're in Ayrshire. Oh, that's not... Well, largs is a little bit away for you, but it's not too far.
Yeah, and Anne's just up the road from me, so it was a complete coincidence. I actually found that out at Capital that they were based Ayrshire, and I was like, no way, I'm actually Ayrshire. And it was like, I didn't realise we had such nice facilities close to where I stayed. I always thought I had to go to Edinburgh and Glasgow, but yeah, so it was interesting.
Well, I knew there was one in Cumbernauld, the Falconry Centre. I didn't realise there was one in Ayr. That's lovely. And I've obviously had, if you may be aware, I've actually been there when the falconer for the reenactments was training an eagle owl, and there's a slow motion that you can see in my vlogs. I think it's all the reenactments one, vlog 43, 44, and it's a slow motion of it flying to the arm, and I think it's one of the best images I've ever got. It's actually my personal profile picture, that one. Don't mention Siri, mine is switched on. Oh dear. Sorry, Robert.
Siri, turn phone off.
No, don't do that. Oh, there's a viewer.
I could be watching on his laptop and his phone's next to it.
My iPad and iPhone did nothing. Yeah.
Oh.
So cool to see the owls and everything flying. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's just the way they just literally glide their wings, and then it's just like straight in.
They're so silent as well. It's,
yeah.
You know,
it's scary how silent it is. And somehow you feel it hit your arm, and you're like, whoa.
But that's what makes them such good predators. Is that factor. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. Really cool. Yeah, they are sneaky. Yeah, well, I expect them to be sneaky. Yes. Now in the description, I mentioned TicTok. Now I don't deal with TicTok. I haven't had TicTok until just this week. And it's been done as part of I've done it because I want to do some sort of dance, 15-second dance to help raise funds for the Princess Trust through my work. What my work are doing, they're doing a fundraising basically where they're using social media to help promote the Prince's Trust and do some fundraising for them. And if you don't know who the Prince's Trust is, obviously it's the charity that helps young people with disadvantaged backgrounds. And I did a challenge for them where I walked 10,000 steps a day in February. And of course, this is why I now walk more than 11,500 steps every day, because it's become a habit. Yeah, I probably would be a TikTok lurker myself, but I've kind of downloaded it and I'm just trying to see if the gorilla suit will work to do a nice little dance video number this week at some point to put promotion in there. Do something different. If I can't have anybody with me, I'll make a character. So I think the gorilla suit's going to come out and I'll do a quick TikTok dance video to an ELO song or something like that. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I as I say, but thing with TikTok, it's like Snapchat for me. It's not something I really deal with. I don't. Maybe it's just my older millennial point of view. I just don't get it. I don't know if anybody else is like that. I mean, what about you, Arthur, with that?
I'll admit, I did ignore TikTok for a good, I want to say 6 months when it first came out, and it was a whole fad. And then my work colleagues got on it, and it was just for a bit of fun they were doing it, so I downloaded it and watched them, and before I knew it, half an hour had passed by, and I'm like, how did this happen? And then the next time I logged into it, it's like an hour passed by, I'm like, I was literally just loading up to see if my friends posted something, and there's so many good videos at times. Yeah, lots of cosplay as well, yeah.
There is a lot of cosplay I've noticed so far, yeah.
So, and the syncs are really good as well. And it's just like, it engrosses you. You see, just a minute clip even. But like 10 of them in a row, and you're just 10 minutes into it, and then 100, there you go, you're over an hour, and you're like, and you're flicking through them that fast, so you're like, oh, it can't be that long I've been on, and you're like, holy lord, it's an addiction.
It is a bit of addiction. It's like Vine was a couple of years ago, but it's a more extreme version, I think. It is very scrollable with what I'm hearing, yeah. But I tend to see a lot of TikTok stuff through Facebook that come on video shares on Facebook and YouTube and things like that. And the funniest one for me is the Gupta, the Queen is coming. I think that's just funny. All these people grabbing their cats or animals and just putting it to their head and just go, and I think that's just funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But definitely puts a smile on my face. As much as it hogs the time, it definitely makes you feel a bit better. It makes you have a laugh and you can just chill and relax. Even though it does take the day away, you still feel relaxed.
Unfortunately, I go down the rabbit hole with YouTube for that, especially with all the interesting techie type videos. I know more about soldering now than I ever did about 35 years previous, you know.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. There's one YouTuber that mods old retro consoles like N64s for HDMI's, PS1s for SD card and digital output, and it's like, yeah, I'll skip through the video. The video, whoa, it's an hour long, and before you realise it, I've watched 3 of his videos, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. All I need is a PlayStation 1 now.
There's one I watch, the 8-bit guy.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he is very good, and his restorations and that are interesting. I don't think we could do retro writing like he does. We don't live in Texas, you know.
Retro Future does it. He tends to restore old Game Boys. So he uses the mix, but uses a nail bed hardener. So it uses a UV light and uses it to retro bright stuff rather than sticking it out in the sunlight.
So is that a hardener that goes in a diluted water, or is that actually on the thing itself?
So it's you've probably seen videos of nail salons where the women have their fingers underneath the UV light. It's literally the same idea. He just rips the light out of it, wraps the thing in tin foil in a box, and puts the light on top.
I thought you meant the chemical there for a minute. Sorry.
You can buy the chemical off of Amazon and eBay.
Yeah, it's peroxide or something they use.
Yeah, it's basically a hair dye, essentially. Yeah. Concentrated hair dye. And it's obviously it doesn't work as well because it's just artificial UV light rather than concentrated sunlight, but it does a decent job of it.
Yeah, it's intriguing how he does that and how that works, and I think 8-bit Guy's one of the better ones for it. I'm not saying anybody else isn't rubbish. I mean, Perry Fraptic's nuts. I don't know what the hell he does half the time, but he's got an interesting take on these things. But
Practice is putting an old chess game against a new chess game on a Mac. Really?
oh,
The
but
computing time
the thing is, the thing is, it won. The old '80s console won.
Oh yeah, it won 2 of the 3 games.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
it just shows you, you know, it does. You don't have to have all that power behind you to actually get it to work.
Yeah, AIs back in the day are just as powerful as AIs nowadays for the games.
Well, Deep Blue was is considered old technology now, but obviously that beat Gary Kasparov all those years ago. So
That was those big, massive IBM style servers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you could probably do that on SD card now and put in it still with it, but
Yeah. I like how we went from retro. What were we talking about? Addiction to TikTok to YouTube to retro consoles to AI in the space of what 10 minutes.
that's what happens. That's what happens in these chats, and we've had no offense, but we've had a slightly more constructive conversation with this as well.
Yeah, it's true. Fraser's normally interrupting with some hilarious thing that he finds funny, and we're just sitting there like, ha ha. Right, can we go back on to the new topic, please? Yeah,
we are Echo Say cosplayer bashing here just now. We really are. Yeah.
But,
oh dear. Right. Okay. I am slightly talked out for this, but if you just joined me, hello, welcome to Streamstructor. I'm here with Arthur, and as you can see down the bottom there, his lovely photograph. Although I probably need to update that one. It's a couple of months old now. I think you changed it since, haven't you?
more just due to laziness and lockdown, but yeah.
I can't talk. My profile picture that you get on YouTube and the main Facebook is the same picture I've had for about 4 years, so I can't complain. But yes, I like it. It's a nice photograph. He's wearing the shirt and everything else. But we'll play the next video. Just have a quick look at the running order. We've already had the vlog, resolutions vlog. We're back to Kidstructor now, which is one of the earlier Kidstructors. Lynn, I'll get back to that when we'll get back to that after the next video. Just a bit talk about YouTube following, so it's a nice thing to carry on with. I've got birthdays to talk about too as well. But we've got Kidstructor coming up, and I've got a Doctor Who review of the Green Death coming up as archive videos today. But yes, we'll talk about your choices of YouTubers after the next video. So here we go with Thunderbirds, Kidstructor. Hi everybody. Just before we go any further here, the live stream stopped at the end of the Thunderbirds viewing of the video. So what I've done is effectively gone back. I actually had a separate recording of this live stream ready, so I could upload stuff if there was any issues, which I've done before. As it happens, there has been. So basically, the live stream is finished at me going into Thunderbirds, and it has kind of changed the outlook of what will happen on the live stream going forward as well. But that's it for this live stream. If you have been watching the whole thing, thanks very much for watching as always. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you think of this live stream and everything else, and go through it with me if you wish. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, share it with the hashtag teamstructor, and hit that subscribe button if you want to follow the channel more details. I post a video every Sunday at 4 PM GMT. Next week is a vlog, and hopefully I'll see you then. Until then, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later.